Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Dr. Chani Singh and today's video is on a requested topic from one of my viewers, how to solve IELTS reading. So be it general candidate or academic candidate, all these points are going to be very beneficial for all of you. Believe me, if you watch this video till end, then no matter what your level is, you're surely going to improve your level by watching this video. So I'll be sharing with you some basic steps that are very essential for your reading. So very first point that I want to share here is time management is the most essential tool in your IELTS reading. So yes, of course, IELTS is very particular about time. They are not going to give you even a minute extra. So as you all know that there are 60 minutes that are given to you for your reading. That means you have to manage 40 questions in 1 hour. There are total 40 questions and 1 hour is given to you, and basically reading is divided into 3 different passages. So there are some 12 to 13 questions in one passage, and there are total 40 questions, and the time allotted to you is 60 minutes or 1 hour. So if we logically divide this time with the questions that are given to you, you should spend 20 minutes on one passage. But here comes a twist. I would suggest you not to spend 20 minutes on one passage, but spend 15 minutes on a passage. Because usually in your IELTS exam, the reading, the passages are not very much balanced. There are basically, there is a passage that is easier than other 2 passages. Then there is a passage that is more difficult as compared to other 2 passages. So obviously if few questions in reading are more challenging, they need our extra effort or extra time. So we must spare that extra time for the last, for the last section, or I would say that 45 minutes you have to solve it. If you particularly spend 15 minutes on a passage, you can end up your reading in 45 minutes. So you have last 15 minutes to revise the questions that seemed more challenging than you, challenging for you. So last 15 minutes basically means that you can find the answers of the questions that earlier you failed to or you had doubt in. So this is how you can just balance your reading really well. Also, when we have finished our reading before time, so definitely our mind is more calm. We are taking it, in our cool state of mind. We can locate the answers better and easily. So this is a human nature. So definitely you're going to get number of benefits if you try to do your reading in this way. Now moving on to my next point, which says that please do not spend extra time on one question. If you don't find, you are unable to locate the answer of a question, it's okay. Move on to the next question and just finish up with your rest part of your reading. So you can just come on that question by the end, because we have 15 minutes in the end. If you spend more time on one question, you're wasting up more time, you're utilizing more time, and then sometimes we are unable to focus on last passage because we are not left with much time. So time management, you see how important it is. If you're stuck in a question, leave it, move on to the next question, because if you manage it this way, you have 15 minutes in the last. So this is about time management. Moving on to my next important point, which says practice skim and scan method in your reading. Now what is the skim method and what is the scan method? I'll be explaining you. Skimming the passage means having an overview about the passage. So before you directly jump onto the questions, because there are many students who directly start with the questions, I would rather suggest you to skim the paragraph or skim the passage, because just by having an overview you get an idea that what the entire passage is about, and then it is also easy for you to locate the answers. I would suggest you to not spend more than 2 minutes on skimming the passage. Initially it would take 2 minutes, and if you practice it regularly, you can skim your passage in 1 minute or only in 30 seconds. So you can skim the passage even in less than 1 minute, and this is going to be really very helpful for you. Also, when you locate your answers, it is going to be easier for you to locate your answer, because you have an idea that where this point is written in the passage. So you can locate your answers faster. In this way, you might end up saving 5 minutes or so by the end. So this is very helpful for you. Skim your paragraph, skim your passage initially, then step on to the questions. Don't spend too much time on skimming. Also, now what is scanning? I would move to the next point. Scanning means locating your answer by finding the keyword in the paragraph. So you should just read the question carefully, understand the question, and underline the keyword that is written in the question. What you have to do next is you have to locate this keyword from the message. This is how you'll be easily able to locate your answer, and you won't spend much time. Please don't try to understand every single line of the passage. You are not supposed to do that. Your job is only to accurately find the answer, and this is only possible if you skim the passage and then you scan for the keywords. So this is how skim and scan method works, and it is time saving, believe me. Moving on to my next important point, which says understand the contextual meaning. See, you must be aware, if you are already into the practice of reading, you must be aware that there are some words that we have never heard about them earlier, and it does not happen with you only, but it happens with everybody. It might happen with me, or it might happen with anybody. It has nothing to do with your level of English. So there are words we've never heard about it earlier. So it is not possible to know every single word, what to do then, how to find the answer. We can find the answer by knowing the contextual meaning of that word. When we read a sentence, sometimes we make a guess that the meaning of the word would be this. So this is how you can locate the answer, and this is only possible if you have an understanding to that passage or that paragraph. This understanding is possible by skimming the passage. So I would repeat that it's important to know the contextual meaning of the answer and of the word, and contextual word means having a guess about the meaning of that word. So by making a guess, you can actually locate the correct answer, and it is only possible if you have an understanding about the passage. So moving on to my next important tip, which says underline keywords or underline important points in your passage. So always hold a pencil while you are repeating your answers, and whatever important you find in your passage, just underline it, circle it, or you can also use brackets for that, but do highlight important points. It is easier to locate answers, and it is possible that you can locate answers faster, much faster. So yes, next point says that don't leave any question untouched. See, there is no negative marking, and you know that. Ielts don't use negative marking. So that means you should not leave any question unanswered. Answer each and every question. Sometimes there must be a couple of questions or a question you don't have an answer to. You can make a guess, and then you might get a number in addition, and even one number can make a difference in your band score. So please don't leave any question unanswered. So yes, moving on to my next important point. Many students actually feel that if they solve more reading papers, more sample papers, they'll get better bands in reading. It's not so. Even if you are solving one sample paper in a day, please make sure that you don't leave any doubts behind. Please don't step on to the next test paper unless you are clear with all 40 questions. You can also take help of your family member. You can ask one of your family members to check your answers, and number of questions that were incorrect, please try to solve them again. Even if you're getting 32 marks or you're getting 15 marks in your reading, your level doesn't matter, because sometimes candidates, they get very happy, they get glad that they are getting 32 marks and they can easily score more than 7 marks in their final exams. It's not always so, because sometimes the paper is really difficult and we might end up getting only 27 marks in the end, in the final result, and that surely means that our band score is affected. So please try to relocate the answers that were incorrect, and your 40 out of 40 questions must be correct in that particular reading. Only then step on to the next sample paper. This is the only way you can get good band scores. Otherwise, no matter if you solve 100 sample papers or more than that, it's not going to improve your band score. So these were the basic tips that were very important for you to get back to improve your band score in reading, and please start practicing in this method only. There are no more magics. It's just that practice it in the right way, and of course practice makes a man perfect. So the more you practice, definitely you're going to improve yourself. But smart work is always better than hard work. You know that people who work smartly are more successful in their life, so please follow these tips to score high. And before I say goodbye to you, I really want to thank all my viewers, my subscribers who have been supporting me, who have been motivating me throughout this period. It's because of your love, it's because of your appreciation that I come up with new videos, and I really apologize that I cannot make videos every day because I'm really busy with my personal stuff and professional stuff. But I make sure that whenever I plan a video, it does make a difference to your study plan, and if I'm able to do that, please hit the like button, do share it with your friends, and if you have any queries, you can write us down in the comment section below, and you can also write us at synergy.education7@gmail.com, and please subscribe my channel if you yet haven't. Thank you for watching my video, and good luck. Goodbye.